folks, welcome back to Rule of Thumb, and today we're here for round 2 of tomatoes. So I got another box of tomatoes, and this time we're going to go the route. We're going to cut the tomatoes up, we're going to puree them in the Vitamix, then put the puree in the roasting pan and let it cook down. So I'm going to get things together, bring you back, show you what I'm doing, and we'll see where it goes from there. Okay folks, welcome back. So I thought I'd show you real quick how I actually cut up the tomatoes. I'm going to get them right here into the Vitamix and blend them up and then put them into the roaster. I do have over here, you can see those are some onions sliced up in a pan. I got them on medium heat. I'm caramelizing those. I will blend those up and add those as well, along with the roasted garlic that I did before. So for me, when I'm doing the tomatoes, I just simply take the tomato, make sure you guys can see here, I'll kind of stand off to the side. I just take one cheek off from the core, then I turn, go to the other side, turn, go to the other side, and then I lay it down, and on the diagonal, I just cut out the core. And that's all I'm wasting out of this. Now, if there's a bad spot like there is on this one, I'll take that piece out as well. But other than that, I try and keep everything in the sauce. So we got everything else on here is good. We're just going to cut these into a little bit smaller pieces for the blender. Put them in there like that. Oops, a little bit more out of that one. Nothing too scientific about it. And just like that, I'm going to fill up the blender. When I do fill up the blender, I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like. Okay folks, so you can see here I got the blender full. We're going to kick this on. I got it on the lowest setting. Let it start to break those down, which you can see is not much work for the Vitamix. And once we got the biggest chunks broke down, we're going to kick it up to 6. Let it go until I can see everything is completely broken down. This doesn't take very long. Back down, turn this off, and let's see if I can find the white spot. Here we go. So you can see what we're working with here. So I mean, it's like pureed, totally pureed sauce. So now what I'm going to do is take this, I have my roaster behind me, I'm going to go ahead and put this right into the roaster, and I'm going to continue on doing the same thing until I get through the entire box of tomatoes. Now, while I'm doing that, I wanted to address some of the comments on the first video, just to kind of explain what my thought process is. So number one, somebody mentioned, you know, to not use the skins because that's where botulism lives. You know, I'm not going to say that I haven't heard that before, but I do wash my tomatoes in a vinegar water solution. They're actually soaking in there now. That's what I'm taking them directly from. So for me, that's enough of a safety mechanism. Again, you know, like I say, in everything you do what makes you comfortable, do what works for you and your family. The second question or concern was that it is recommended you use lemon juice or citric acid of some sort, even if you are pressure canning. Now for me, the reason why I pressure can is because I don't want to use that. And I feel if I can can potatoes in water, which have absolutely no acid whatsoever, and feel safe about that. I feel like I should be able to can tomatoes without adding acid to it. So that's my personal reasoning behind why I do it without. Again, do your research, decide what works for you and your family, and follow those rules. I'm not advocating anybody go against what's recommended. I'm merely showing how I do it. So those were a couple of the things that I saw repeated in the comments, were concerns about those two things. Otherwise, it seemed like the consensus was that this way that I'm processing these now is the way that's going to work. So I'm hoping that that's going to be the case. So I'm not going to talk your folks' ears off. I will bring you back and show you what it looks like once I get everything in the roaster. Okay, folks, there it is. That is somewhere between 25 and 30 pounds of tomatoes chopped and pureed. I did the caramelized onions again. I did the roasted garlic again, a little salt and a little white pepper. I am going to turn this on to 250. I'm going to close the lid on it and let it come up to temperature, get hot all the way through, stirring it occasionally. And then I'm probably going to either leave it at 250 or maybe bump it down to 225, and I'm just going to let it go until it gets to the consistency that I want. Hi there, folks. Welcome back to Rule of Thumb, and we are now 24 hours from where we started with this batch. So this has reduced by almost half from where it started. I'm going to say almost exactly half. So you can see it is like the perfect sauce consistency. I mean, this is seriously some of the best sauce I've ever seen. So I'm super happy with the end product of the sauce this way. We are now going to jar it up and attempt to can it. So I got my freshly washed jars here. I got my little funnel. Fill these up to an inch headspace. I just want to say, you know, I appreciate all of the comments that I got on the last video, all the suggestions. I mean, that's what the canning community is about. It's, you know, people helping people, trying to get the results that you want, asking people when you don't know, helping others when you do. That's what we're about, folks. That's what canning is all about. So I just really appreciate everybody, and you know, everything that everybody did to suggest, you know, the options. You know, try this, try that. You know, it was super. Oops, almost dropped my funnel. It was super helpful for me when I was going through this, to be able to read those comments and kind of, you know, put all that information together and decide what was going to be the best. Here, let me get you up close shot here. What was going to be the best way to try these this time around. So I am going to go ahead and get the rest of this in jars. I'm going to put it in my pressure canner. I'm going to let my canner come up to pressure, vent for 10 minutes. Then I'll put my weight on, and I will bring my pressure up to 11 pounds, which is what I need for my Presto 23-quart canner at my elevation. When it gets up to the 11 pounds of pressure, I will start the timer, and I'm going to can these for 15 minutes because these are pints, and I'm using the time recommended for stewed tomatoes because I do have onion and garlic in here. So I'm going to pressure can these for 15 minutes, turn my canner off, let it come down completely to no pressure naturally. Then I will crack the lid, I'll let it sit for another 5 minutes or so, and then I'll take the jars out and I'll bring you folks back so you can see the final product, which hopefully has a better headspace. Welcome back, folks, and I think we have a winner. So, my canner's come down off of pressure. Took my lid off, and look at that. We have perfect head space, perfectly canned tomato sauce. I am a happy camper. So, I'm going to get these out of here. I want to get down to the next level just so I can see what the water looks like underneath and confirm that we have hit pay dirt. So, you just bear with me for a minute here. I ended up with 17 pints. I'm sorry, 20 pints. I canned 17. I had 20 pints total out of that batch. So I had somewhere between 25 and 30 pounds of tomatoes. Yielded me 20 pints of sauce. So let's get the middle out of here. Take a look. Oh yeah, perfectly clear water. I'm a very, very happy man right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is exactly what I was hoping for. So, looks like our winning combination is to puree the raw tomatoes, get them in the roaster, let them go for 24 hours. When that's done, put them in jars and you'll end up with beautifully canned sauce. So, I just wanted to bring you folks back here, let you see the end result as promised. I hope this helps. I hope you guys enjoyed the journey. I hope the discussion and the canning community that we all feel, know, and love helps everyone. Everybody feel free to comment below. Let me know what you think. If you have any further suggestions, tips, or anything, that's what we're all here for. So, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Come back and see us soon. And as always, I hope you had a great day.